Oh, hello there, and welcome to another video of the Chill Dude on a Couch. I'm your host, Hector, and today we're gonna talk about the brand new album by Taylor Swift, and it's called The Torture Poets Department, and it's a double album, 31 songs, 2 hours and 2 minutes of basically Taylor writing in her unicorn diary about how much one of her exes suck, which is basically what she does on every album that she puts out. So yeah, I'm gonna put it out there. You know, I've enjoyed some of Taylor Swift's past material. She's written some catchy songs, but this album, it's not it, people. You know, this album can be described as cringy, if I would say so myself. So I did listen to this album as a whole to prepare for this, and you know, it was an experience listening to this as a whole album. I listened to the singles first that they put out, for example, The Fortnight, which opens the album, and it's the track that she has with Post Malone. And yeah, it's a okay single, you know. It's pretty, like her last albums, it's very very mid-paced songs. And on this track, you know, it's like Taylor Swift, through the numbers, as I said, very fast, mid-paced. And Post Malone on here, you know, it could have been AI generated and it wouldn't care. He's just there because he's a big name, but he doesn't bring anything that I would say great to the song. So why do I think is wrong with this album? First of all, it's too long. Second of all, there's some lyrics on this album that really feel like she's channeling Hello Kitty, or she's 15 years old and she's a 34-year-old woman who's about to turn 35. And I'm like, wow, well, she's catering to her audience, but maybe some growth, especially in the lyrics, since she's 34. And the other thing that I think that this album is lacking is the flow of the album. It's kind of boring and tedious to get through. There's not a whole lot of variation in the sounds in the music, which I think it's kind of, you know, it takes away. Also, I think she has some of the worst lyrics that she's had in some of her material. For example, I went to see some of the the cringy lyrics that she has. So for example, on a song like So High School, there's a part in the song that she says touch me while your bros play Grand Theft Auto. And I'm like, I'm like, I wonder which part of the game they're playing. Is it the part where they pick up the prostitutes? I don't know, but yeah, it's oh my God, it's it's so it's so high school. The song, it's all talking about being in high school and feeling the butterflies. And you know, I guess it's fine if you're in your you're 20, but 34, that's pushing it. Then you have a song Florida, which features Florence and the Machine. And for me, the Florence really overpowers this track because her vocals, I'm sorry, Taylor Swift, but Florence's vocals soar above her, and kind of she steals your thunder, Taylor, on this track. The track is not good. The only thing that I like is Florence singing, because she's a great singer. But again, the lyrics, it's all about escaping. I was reading the lyrics, it's escaping to Florida to party, you know, spring break, woo! And she's talking about my friends all smell like weed or little babies. I'm like, okay. So yeah, that's another cringy one. Then something that Taylor does a lot on this album is I think she's plagiarizing other artists. For example, she plagiarizes Olivia Rodrigo on a song called I'm Gonna Get You Back. Gee, Olivia had a song on her last album last year that it was called I'm Gonna Get Him Back. And you know what? It was actually more fun, catchier, and a better delivery. And also, Olivia is younger than Taylor. So yeah, I think she's copying artists. I was reading a lot that she's copying also a lot of like the tracks, like Lana Del Rey, which I think is interesting because she's collaborated with her and they're like friends. So yeah, and also I'm gonna get you back as another cringy lyric. Like, I'm not an Aston Martin that you steered right. No, sorry. I'm an Aston Martin that you steered straight into the dish, then ran and hit. Okay, so well. This is almost as cringe as some of what Shakira has done, where she's talking about a Casio for her ex. So yeah, it's on that level of cringe. Then you have songs like, I think musically, like the Torture Poets Department, So Long London, Fresh Off the Slammer, that musically sound very similar. Like it's almost like, it sounds like the same music but different lyrics to me. And you have a few songs that are more like in the countryside, like But Daddy, I Love Him. And again, the cringe lyrics continue on this one. Yeah, it's all about, you know, I don't know, I really thought, just the title alone, there's some titles in this album, like Who's Afraid of Little Me? I'm like, I don't know, I'm more afraid of your fans. And I'm sure they're going to get me because of this review. And then you have a song like, I Can Fix Him. No, really, I can. No, Taylor, you can't. And on that one, yeah, she has a song like, His hands so callous from his pistols softly traces hearts on my face. Yeah, I just can't believe that these lyrics come from a 34-year-old woman. I know I've said it a few times, but it's just so cringe. And there's another song called Clara Bow, where she's talking about like, oh, you look so like Taylor Swift, and I'm like, oh, okay. Again, like kind of very cheesy. There's a lot of cheese in this album. It should have been called the Torture Poets Cheese Department. That would have been a great title for this. Then you have a song like The Black Dog, where she's talking about like her ex, like he turned off like his location or something like that. So yeah, you know, it's, you know, I have nothing, you know, like, yeah, she's writing about her ex, and which ex-girlfriend doesn't want to shit on his ex-boyfriend, husband, or whatever, you know, like Taylor is doing it, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know, like other artists have done it. She's not reinventing the wheel. She's not the first woman to do this, Swifties. I'm sorry, but this has been done to death. And so there's also male artists that have shit on their ex. So it's nothing new. And I think Taylor Swift has done it better, so in her previous work. So to me, this is an album that, first of all, it's too much material. Like, this didn't need to be a double album. She could have trimmed the fat out of it and maybe it would have been better. And also different pacings. Sometimes the songs sound so similar that it was like a chore to get through. But yeah, I'm sure Taylor Swift fans will love it. You know, they will think that this is the best thing ever. I kid you not, Taylor Swift could like do a song of her like doing fart noises, and people would think this is the best breakup song ever. So I want to know from you guys, what do you think of Taylor Swift, the Torture Poets Department? Do you like it? Do you think it's great, or do you think the lyrics are as cringy as I think they are? And if you know, if you like these lyrics, you probably, this is probably your diary, you know, and you write like, dear diary, I'm so tortured again, like he's, oh my god, he sucks, stuff like that. And but you know, there's 40-year-old women that also like this, so hey, this is not for me, people. But I want to know from you guys what you think. And if you like the videos that I'm putting out, do not forget to give me a like, and do not forget to subscribe. That helps me with the YouTube algorithm to get to more people like yourself. So if you like this review, share it with the Swifties. Come on, come at me. I can take it. I'm a big boy. So until next time, this is Hector, the Shield on a Couch, and I'll see you all right here on the couch. Thank you and goodbye.